Very good. Okay, let's write some of these down. Well, this beats the chalkboard from Decatur Elementary in 1976. It's pretty nice. So, leaders make decisions. President Bush made a lot of decisions. A lot of folks thought some of them were lousy. President Obama makes a lot of decisions. A lot of folks think those decisions are lousy. They may be, absolutely. Some people may think it. History may even look back at leaders and say they made some terrible mistakes. We often make decisions based on the information we have at this moment. But 30 or 40 years from now, a historian or a teacher or our society may look back on a decision that a political leader or a business leader made and decide, that wasn't a very good decision. Or they may decide, boy, at the time we thought it was a horrible decision, and now we think maybe it was pretty wise. So a leader has to make decisions. What else? What are some other characteristics of leadership? Yes?
They have to be strong in their decision.
Strong in that, let's rephrase that. Strong in their decision. That might mean convicted, passionate,
Yes.
committed. So let's call that sticking to their guns, kind of, right? Gotta be committed, stick to your decisions. So that makes, yeah, you've got to have conviction of character. Tell me some other traits of leaders. What are some things? Now I've called on you. If somebody I haven't called on, maybe I'll come back to you. All right, you win. What do you think?
You have to be able to see your mistakes.
Okay, that's pretty self-aware. Recognize your mistakes, see your mistakes. Okay, that's interesting. Good. Admit, recognize mistakes. Okay? That's a tough thing to do. Right? I mean, that's pretty tough. Even if you're not a leader, let's just say you don't lead any organization, you don't hire or fire any employees, you don't make any decisions that involve a lot of money. A lot of people can be pretty embarrassed by mistakes, pretty reluctant to admit they made one. So that's the trait of a good leader. That also ties into the fact that somebody who's got some commitment or some conviction to themselves, self-aware enough to know that maybe they've made a mistake and they can admit it. What else? Let's see. I've called on you. Okay, we'll start back over here. Yes, ma'am.
Some leaders have to be virtuous.
Virtuous. That is virtuous. So, now, let me follow up. Does that mean religious?
No.
Okay. Virtuous. Very good. What else? Yes.
They need to be able to have a knowledge on what their followers want, as well as what is for the good final goal.
Knowledge of what their followers want. What would we call it? We would call that,
Like seeing the big picture.
okay, well, let's back up a minute. So the followers. So every week we have a caucus meeting. So I'm in the Republican caucus, and so we meet in one room.
All right.
And the Speaker of the House, who's a Republican, leads our meeting.
All right.
So he's our leader. We've elected him, Dr. Tilley from Perryville, Missouri. Anybody know where Perryville, Missouri is? You do. Way down almost in the Missouri Boot Heel. It's like a world away from here. It's a big state, by the way. Big complicated state. So Dr. Tilley is our Speaker of the House, and he leads us in a caucus meeting. And what we do is we kind of decide some of the issues that we're gonna take up. He kind of wants to know where we're at. What he'll say often is, we're gonna vote on House Bill 1140 this week. Where you guys at on that? I haven't heard a lot. Is everybody for it? Somebody speak now if we haven't rolled your piece. It's kind of testing to see where we are. Maybe because he doesn't want to go up on the floor and have a debate and then lose because the people he's leading hadn't made up their mind on the bill yet or hadn't decided they were with him. So, so you described it as the people you're gonna, the followers, sense of what they want.
What they want.